Hey guys, I want to welcome you back to the Poor Investors. A bunch of you have reached out to me asking about figuring out what's MMX doing, how's that coin going, what's happening with the project. And I said I have no idea. I only know that I'm on the Discord and I try to follow whatever is going on. So instead of me trying to figure all that out, I reached out to MadMax himself to explain it to us what's going on. Hey, what's up, MadMax? How you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
You are like the claim to fame is Chia. Am I right? You created the MadMax plotter, got everyone plotting like less than an hour. That was an amazing feat. I mean, I remember everyone was plotting. So how did that initiate? How did that trigger you to come up with a better plotting service than Chia themselves?
Well, I've always had a background in high performance computing, and initially when I looked at it, I kind of knew I could do a good plotter, but I didn't really have the incentive myself because I already mostly plotted my own hard drives. But then, I thought, hey, come on, I'll just do it for fun. I did it on the weekends,
Right.
and after work, stuff like that. Initially, people thought I was scamming, I was.
How would they come up that you're scamming based on creating a plotter, that the
Yeah,
software itself is?
I was announcing it on Reddit that I'm going to work on it. I think when I had phase one finished of the plotter, I posted on Reddit, and then people immediately, oh, watch out, people, don't download this code.
He might
Could
steal
be-
your XCHs.
Yes, yeah.
How did it come to the point where Chia finally accepted you? Obviously, because it's in their GUI now. So how did they accept it, your talent, your skills, and incorporating it into Chia? When did that happen?
They reached out to me last year. I don't know exactly, a couple of months after I released the plotter.
Oh, I
And yeah,
recall. They reached out to you asking if you were
yeah,
interested to work with them, right?
yeah.
The other one, the memory plotting one, they have someone on board who did that, right? The Blaybit, I believe.
A bit. Also, a guy like me, who just did it for fun.
Right. I recall that they actually hired him to do additional things, or he's on the company or something like that.
That could be. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So I can understand, because initially when people were releasing things for like Chia, everyone was very skeptical. They're going to steal your keys and take all your wallet. But even then, I didn't have much XCHs. I was sitting on months end just plotting because pools weren't out yet. I don't know if you know, on Reddit and Facebook, there was this group called like the Zero XCH Club.
Yeah, I know that. Well, I was in the club myself. So.
So you went on ahead and built this, and you revolutionized the plotting for Chia. So explain a little bit more of what you're doing now, what your current project is, and what you're hoping to get out of that.
Right. So it was end of November, I guess, last year.
Mm-hmm.
I was just brainstorming what I could do next, and I had that in my mind, creating my own blockchain. But initially, I thought maybe it's too much, there's a lot that goes into it. But then over time, I was thinking more about it, and I realized, it's probably the best project I can do.
The coin that you're talking about right now, you're referencing, is the MMX.
Yeah, MMX, yeah.
Right now, it's a fork of Chia.
No, I wouldn't call it a fork.
Oh, you wouldn't call it a fork? Okay.
No, I'm just using the Chia Post library for the proof of space. So what I'm using from Chia is really not that much, because I have my own plotter, right? The only thing really that I'm using is their library to look up proofs, which is, I don't know, 1,000 or 2,000 lines of code,
So what are you hoping to achieve with this? Or is this just a hobby that you're developing a blockchain on your own?
Well, it kind of started as a hobby, but now it's a lot more serious because I'm working on it full time.
Okay.
And I do have some investors.
Oh,
so
wow.
yeah, a small time
awesome.
investors, not
Right.
venture capital. Yeah.
No, that sounds awesome. I mean, who else to respect but a guy who actually revolutionizing how to plot and the speed of plotting. That makes a huge difference. Now, so your MMX coin, it's out there right now, right? People can actually start, what will you call it? Is it mining or farming this, since it's not a fork of Chia?
Yeah, it's farming, definitely. I mean, the farming is, it's essentially the same as Chia, yeah.
Okay. Getting into like the whole NFT space, or is this just a coin on its own and eventually you be able to use it for other utilities?
So I was looking at all the blockchains out there, not all of them, but most of them, and I wanted to innovate or improve on all of them. So I kind of picked the best of each and invented my own stuff, like my consensus mechanism, where a block is created like every 8 seconds for the next testnet. Whereas traditionally in proof of work or in Chia, it's kind of random, right? When the next block is found. Yeah, and in MMX, it's deterministic every 8 seconds. That's an example where I innovated, and at the same time also innovating on the economic side, because in MMX the block reward is proportional to net space, which you can call like adaptive supply. So the supply of MMX is not hard coded at Genesis, like in almost every crypto. And there's also no pre-farm.
None whatsoever.
As of now, there's no pre-farm plant. No. The idea is that you can actually use it as a currency because it has an adaptive supply. So it's able to adjust to rising demand, because other cryptos, because they are fixed in supply, they essentially are a gambling asset, so to speak.
So
right?
let's go over like some of the high level technical stuff. If you had a 8 terabyte drive, so MMX coin has its own interface as well? Is it there's a GUI and there's a command line interface, or is this one or the other?
You have both, yeah.
You have both. Okay. And is it similar to how Chia you would do the plotting and all that with MMX?
Yeah, so the plotting is, if you use my plotter in the first place, it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
It just specify a different port number. The plots are unique, so you can't use them for Chives or Chia farming.
Oh, so your plots are universal, you can use for Chia?
No, they're unique, sorry.
Oh, they're unique. You can't use it for Chia.
Yeah.
Okay, and
you cannot.
So I can't use my Chia plots now for MMX either. So there's two separate. Okay, it's two separate entities. I just want to make sure of that.
Yeah, because otherwise the economic feedback loop wouldn't work.
Okay.
To adjust the supply to demand. Yeah.
And is there pooling for MMX now, or is it just all solo?
It's partly implemented now. I have the plot NFT already implemented, but I don't have the partial pool.
Okay, so if you were to solo MMX right now, if you hit a block, you would also win the 2 MMX coins, or is that different?
So right now we are still in testnet 5, so there's no.
Oh, you're still in testnet.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. I thought it was officially released already. Okay.
No.
My apologies. For some reason I already thought it was on the mainnet or something like that. So when is this mainnet launch then? How much longer before that happens?
It's planned. Well, I shifted it back because originally I didn't plan on supporting smart contracts. Recently I had some good ideas and I started implementing a virtual machine.
Hey, are you gonna try to do some good marketing, unlike Chia?
I'm trying.
Hire some Playboy bunnies or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's funny. Just a couple days ago, somebody reached out to me who does marketing, has a marketing firm. He's willing to invest his time and money to market for MMX. Yeah,
I'm sure a good amount of my viewers are interested enough into this coin, especially now that it's still in testnet. As you're developing it, now you're validating that you're making this your full time. You have some investors, you have a marketing approach coming up. That sounds very attractive. And guys, no pre-farm. Huge difference. Huge difference there. So no, that sounds awesome. I had no idea. I mean, I know people can follow you on the Discord. Is that where you're most active?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I've never seen you on Twitter. Are you on
No,
Twitter?
I'm not on Twitter.
Good job for you. I respect you. I respect you for that. Do not go on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't plan to.
I know you're busy with your MMX, but have you been keeping up with just Chia and its news and what's going on with them and the IPO and all that good stuff, or kind of distance yourself from that now?
I'm reading the Chia plot.
The Chia plot. Okay, yeah, he hasn't been too active lately, but
yeah, so that's kind of my knowledge of Chia.
And okay, so are you farming Chia still, or you have stopped, or you're allocated your space over to MMX now? What are you doing with your own hardware that you have?
Yeah, I have a 50-50 now.
50-50 from 100 of Chia to 50-50 MMX now. Interesting.
Yeah, just for testing. Yeah.
You're making me want to jump on this project with you now.
Yeah, so mainnet is planned in early Q4 this year.
Awesome. Yeah. Wow.
And I'm planning to launch testnet 6 tomorrow. So probably, so when this video gets out, probably it's already out. I changed to account model. Previously it was UTXO, like Bitcoin and Chia, but I changed it to account model for the VM, and it also simplifies a lot of other stuff. And yeah, of course, the VM support. And I added support for non-interactive offers like in Chia, where you can
Your MMX plots are identical in size to Chia's?
yeah, that's just a minor change in the hash function, which is used to compute the plot ID. So cryptographically, they are not compatible, but everything else is the same.
Have you spoken to anyone on the Chia team that had interest in what you're doing, or a conflict of interest?
Yeah, they haven't reached out to me since then.
Oh, since your building of MadMax.
No, since MMX.
Okay, interesting. How soon they forget, huh?
Yeah, I don't blame them for nothing.
No, that's awesome. I'm glad that you're taking up this opportunity to build out your project that you have a lot of faith in, because you're still going at it. The Testnet 6 is coming out. So how many more testnets before the main net do you think?
It's a good question. I'm guessing probably another 2 or 3, something like
Another
that.
2 or 3. All right. I'm assuming your Discord has a lot of people who are helping you test and giving you feedback on all this too.
Yeah, of course.
That is awesome. I have to be a little more active on that. I got to double check that again. You know, it's really hard to follow Discord sometimes on where the project is, because, you know, it's like every second of the day something is happening. To hear it straight from you now, we're still in testnet 6. You're probably going to be a few more before the main net. Different plots. Nothing to do with Chia. It's not even a fork of Chia. It's just a own standalone crypto blockchain at this point.
Yeah,
MadMax.
I've written it from scratch in C++ using a lot of my previously developed libraries and my middleware, for example.
There were some mentions, and if anyone has stayed around this long, is there going to be a capability where we can use GPUs to plot? Is that going to be possible?
Well, maybe.
I guarantee, Miss MadMax, if that can happen, in my honest opinion, you would get so many of these GPU miners jumping on board. Guaranteed. MMX
yeah, but it's just for plotting, right? So at some point you're done plotting. Yeah,
that is true. Okay, fair enough. You know, it'll be something to think about as well.
Yeah.
MadMax, I appreciate you jumping on here with me and explaining everything, your entire project. I think it was very helpful, insightful as well. Is there any last thing you want to mention or say before we head out of here?
Well, I'm kind of curious where you are.
Oh, where
Is that
I
your
am?
garage? Yeah.
No, this is, believe it or not, this is underneath my stairwell. I'm in between 2 buildings and I'm in this little space. I just, you know, I made it look pretty. That's all I did. Hey guys, if you have any more questions, you can hit up MadMax on the Discord and I'll link it in the description below. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can ask me, reach out to me on my Discord as well. So remember to hit that like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.